Captivity. Why are we the last hired and why are we the first fired? Why is there so much bad food in our communities? Why have all the nations set up shops and stores in our community and it's basically raping us? Why are the police killing our children? You understand? Why are our children in gangs? Why are we dying of all these different diseases like AIDS? You understand what I'm saying? And cancer and so forth and so on. Why are our women out of order? Why are our children out of order? You understand? And why are we in the projects? Why? That's what our people are asking. Read on.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
So now the Most High is making a comparison. I loved you because Esau and Jacob were brothers. Read on.
Saith the Lord.
But Esau broke the brotherly covenant. Read on.
Yet I love Jacob.
But the Most High came back and said he loved who?
Yet I love Jacob.
So the God of Israel loves Jacob. That's the understanding in John 3:16. Read on.
And I hated Esau.
So now my question to the people in church is, how can God love everybody on the earth when we just read in the 3rd verse that he just hated somebody? So the word everybody now goes right out the window. Because you can't have everybody if you're excluding somebody. It doesn't make any sense. That's the bullshit in your life. I'm talking about to ones of our people that's in church. And to you stupid Israelite groups that came from One West that's teaching this bullshit. Read.
And I hated Esau.
Read on.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
Read.
For the dragons of the wilderness.
Right, so now we're going to jump down to, matter of fact, keep reading the 4th verse. Read on.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished.
Read on.
But we will return and build the desolate places.
Read on to get to the point.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
So when we read in Job 9:24 about the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, the Bible is letting you know that the Edomites are known as the border of wickedness. You're the devil that this Bible is talking about, you so-called white people. Men, women, and your ugly, demented children. You're all the devil that this Bible is talking about. And the Israelites that's following the gathering of Christ, that's in the gathering of Christ, that's in their class being taught by these dumb niggas, guess what? You're the devil too. Read.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
So just in case, a lot of Christians will say, well, the Lord just hated Esau. But now the Bible says we should call them, that's plural, letting you know that it's not just talking about Esau, but the whole nation of Esau, which are the Edomites. We should call them the border of wickedness. Read on.
And the people.
The what?
And the people.
So the Most High did not just hate Esau, but he hated the whole nation of Esau, the people. Read.
Against whom the Lord hath indignation.
For how long?
Forever.
So how is the white man going to be a fellow heir with us in the kingdom when the Bible says the white man is going to be hated forever? Ever. What did Andre 3000 say? Ever, ever. Ever, ever. You understand that? The white man is over. It's finished for you. Finished. Go to the book of Romans, the 9th chapter. And let's continue reading where we left off. Romans chapter 9, verse 11, and we're going to go back to John 3:16. The Bible is plain, precept upon precept, line upon line. The Bible is plain to understand when you read the Bible the way it's supposed to be read. And when you humble yourself as a little child, and if you don't understand, you ask questions and have somebody teach you. Romans 9:11.
Romans, the 9th chapter and 11th verse. For the children being not yet born.
The children is referring to Jacob and Esau. It's going all the way back to the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter. The children being not yet born. And this is going to cut a whole lot of doctrines in 2 verses. Read.
Neither having done any good or evil.
So Esau didn't do anything evil before he was born, and Jacob didn't do anything good. Read.
That the purpose of the Lord, according to election, might stand.
Read on.
Not of works.
So people are talking about, well, if you work and you're a good person, then the Lord will forgive you and you can be his child. No, the Most High said it's not of works. There's nothing you can do. The Most High is going to choose who he's going to choose and not choose who he's not going to choose. There's nothing you can do. Read.
But of him that calleth.
But of the Most High who calleth. Read.
It was said unto her, the elders shall serve the younger.
So that cuts another doctrine, because you got people that say that Esau's birthright was stolen by Jacob. That is a damn lie. It was already prophesied before the children was born that the elder was going to serve the younger. It was already prophesied. It was already written. It was already meant for Jacob to have the inheritance. It was already promised. So that's a lie. He didn't steal anything. It was always his. But it was just done to reveal Esau for being the devil that he is, and it tells you that in the book of Hebrews. Read.
As it is written.
As it is written where? In the book of Malachi, the 1st chapter. We just read it. Now we're reading it in the New Testament. Read.
Jacob have I loved.
Does that sound familiar? Did we not read that in the Old Testament? Now we're in the New Testament for the hypocrites in church. Jacob has the Most High love. Read.
But Esau have I hated.
So the Most High still hates Esau even in the New Testament. Let's go back to John 3:16. And start from the top and read it real slow.
John 3:16. For God.
So we prove that the God of the Bible is the God of Israel. That's plain. That's plain. Can't argue that. It's plain. Read on.
So loved.
Who does the Most High so love? Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, both in the Old and the New Testament. Read on.
The world.
What world is the Most High love? Everybody? Let's find out. Let's go to the Old Testament first. Isaiah 45. Isaiah the 45th chapter.
Isaiah 45:17.
Read.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
The everlasting salvation is talking about the nation of Israel. Doesn't say everybody, and this is before Christ was even born. The prophet is prophesying that Israel, prophet Isaiah is prophesying that Israel is going to be saved with an everlasting salvation. What's the everlasting salvation? The kingdom of heaven. Israel. It didn't say Israel and some fellow heirs, Israel and the Edomites, Israel and the Moabites, Israel and the Ammonites. It doesn't say that. It says Israel is going to be saved with an everlasting salvation. The kingdom is for us, not everybody. Read.
Ye shall not be ashamed,
Read.
nor confounded
What
world,
did the Most High call Israel?
nor confounded
What did the
world,
Most High call Israel?
nor confounded world
Israel is the world, according to the Bible. Read on.
without end.
So we are the world. The world you're reading about in John 3:16 is referring to Israel. There's that buzzword again, Israel. Everywhere you go, it's all about Israel. Everywhere. Let's go to the New Testament, St. John 18 and 20. St. John, the 18th chapter and the 20th verse. And let's read that.
St. John's, the 18th chapter and the 20th verse. Jesus answered him, I spake openly to the world.
Christ spake openly to the world. But what world was Christ speaking openly to? Everybody? Let's read on.
I ever taught in the
And
synagogue,
who dwelled in synagogues? The Israelites, the Jews. Not everybody. Read.
and in the temple,
And where?
and in the temple.
Read on.
Where do the Jews always resort?
Where? Who resorted?
Where do the Jews always
So
resort?
that's the world that Christ was talking to. He wasn't going around teaching everybody. That's why he told his disciples in Matthew 10, 5 and 6, only to teach Israelites. And that's what he did. He spoke openly to the world of Israel and taught them, not everybody. Let's go back to John 3:16. And let's read it from the top again.
For God
God of Israel, we proved that.
so loved
Israel, we proved that.
the world
What world? Israel, we proved that.
that he gave his only begotten Son.
So now we're going to have to refresh our memory and go back to the book of Matthew, the first chapter and the 21st verse, and let's read it again. We got to find out who was Christ given to. Just in case you have a short memory span and you forgot, let's go back and let's find out what Gabriel told Mary again. Matthew 1:22. Read that.
Matthew 1:21. And she shall bring forth a son,
Read on.
and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people
Read on.
from their sin.
That's who Christ was given to. Christ was given to the Israelites. And again, when you read Matthew 15, verse 24, it tells you that Christ said he was only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. When you read Micah, the 5th chapter, the 2nd verse, the Lord said he was going to raise up a prince that was going to rule over Israel, and that's talking about Christ. It's Israel, 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 all throughout the scriptures. Go back to John 3:16 and start from the top.
John 3:16. For God
Of Israel,
so loved
the Israelites
the world
of Israel,
that he gave his only begotten Son,
to Israel, read on.
that whosoever
Hold back. Joel, the 2nd chapter and the 32nd verse. Joel chapter 2, verse 32. Let's find out about this whosoever.
Joel 2 verse 32.
Read.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered.
So the Christians read that and they close the Bible. Hey, whosoever. Whosoever. Brother, it says whosoever. But there's more. Read on.
For in Mount Zion,
Where?
in Mount Zion,
Who's Mount Zion? Israel. Read.
and in Jerusalem
Who's Jerusalem? Israel. Read.
shall be deliverance.
Deliverance is only going to be to Israel. Not everybody. It's a recurring theme all throughout the scriptures, and all the prophets agree to that. So when you read Romans, the 1st chapter, and it says there's no difference between the Jew and the Gentile, that's talking about Israelites, because all the prophets agreed from the beginning of the Bible to the end that the kingdom and deliverance and salvation and all of that is for Israel. It's all throughout the scriptures. But you have to read the Bible with understanding. Go back to the New Testament, Acts. the 2nd chapter. Let's get that out the New Testament. Acts 2, and I believe it's verse 21.
Acts